What's up, Metal Brethren? Scott Tannic One coming at you again live from the dungeon with the part 3, the final chapter of the Dethklok Discography review. Now, before I really get into the tracks, I really want to talk about the production on Death Album 3 and the sound on Death Album 3. Honestly, this is my favorite out of the Dethklok Discography. I mean, there's songs on here that are just amazing, to say the very least. Brandon Small and his studio musicians. I always say the studio musicians because I can't remember the guys' names right off the bat. Being the fact that, from what I understand, Brandon Small does like triple duty on this. He does guitar, he does bass, and of course, he does the vocals. I think the only studio musician they have is a drummer. Now, when they go out and tour, there's a full piece band with Brandon Small playing guitar and singing. Anyway, this album, honestly, is probably the premier. It's like the crowning jewel so far in the Dethklok discography. There's not a bad track on it. I went ahead and picked up the bonus track, not the bonus version, but the limited edition, the special deluxe edition. It's got a really cool video on it for the kickoff track on here, which is probably one of my favorites. And I can't say the title of this track without laughing. If you're going through a record store, okay, you're looking through albums and you pick this up and see the first track on here, you're going to know what I'm talking about. The track is called I Ejaculate Fire. Try saying that and, reading that without smiling. If you don't laugh when you say that song title, I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, getting into that track in particular and the video that's accompanied on this deluxe edition, the video is amazing and the song is just fucking awesome. I mean, it just really punches you in the face and starts this epic album. Can't recommend it enough. If you haven't heard it, definitely check it out. You will not only laugh your ass off, but you will throw some horns and bang the fuck out of your head listening to this track. I'm telling you. Another good one, Crush the Industry, The Galaxy, Impeach God. That's another one that kind of cracks me up every time I say it. Biological Warfare, Sky Hunter, another one of my favorites in the whole entire Dethklok discography is on this one. It's called The Hammer. The Hammer is a fucking amazing track. It reminds me of something you would hear from Death, maybe. I don't know. Not Death. Probably a lot of this stuff sounds like a bit of Cannibal Corpse, but a little more accessible, especially with the lyrics. It's just more comedy based. The thing about Dethklok that I just love so much is it takes this genre of music, metal, and just really gives it a black eye with some of the satire. I mean, you gotta admit, metalheads, we take this genre of music a little bit too seriously at times, and that's why I think Dethklok is amazing. The whole project of Metalocalypse is amazing because it just takes the well-deserved punches and pokes at this genre and brings it down to, not such a godlike status. Anyway, end of rant. I'm going to go ahead and rate for you Death Album 3 an overwhelming 5 out of 5. Honestly, if you're going to pick up any of the Dethklok albums, any of them, I would definitely recommend the third one. The third one, I think, it's just got so much more going on in it than the second Death album. But you know what? You may disagree. Go ahead, hit me up in the comments, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. But that's it. Dethklok discography in the books. So let me know what you think, guys. Later on.